Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Varen. Let's talk about astrology, and today I want to talk to you specifically about how do you get the pieces of astrology to fit together. If this is your first time here, extra special hello. I hope you'll consider joining us here and hitting that like button, thumbs up, subscribe, the bell notification, all of that good stuff here. I'm a professional astrologer, and I specifically like to, in my astrology, impart wisdom. I like to teach because I work with astrology the way I do, because astrology has become the guiding force in my life that has very much empowered me to shape and change my life and build the life I want for me. I want to share that knowledge with everyone who is willing to listen to me, so that way they can be similarly empowered to take control of their own life, because that's really what it feels like. I feel like with the language of astrology, I am empowered to take control of my life and to move forward in really cool witchy ways, which I love. I do have astrology services. You can check them out in my description, on my website, which is in the description box. And my birth chart, my 2-hour birth chart sessions are focused around teaching you your personal chart. And there's more stuff coming. So check all that stuff out. It's really cool. Anyways, that's the context for why I'm doing this series. To help, to share wisdom, because I want you to be able to live the life that matches you. I don't want you to go through one more minute of life feeling like you have to build yourself to match life. That's not how it's supposed to be. Your life is about you, and it should be cultivated and created by you for you. Life is not about molding yourself to fit it. It's the opposite. And astrology is a really great tool to help you do that. The thing is, though, there is that learning curve, and it is something that lots of people struggle with. So if you're watching this and you're like, I've been trying to understand astrology for a bazillion years, I'm being dramatic, of course, and I just can't get it to click. That's normal. And that's because where a lot of things kind of struggle with astrology is how the pieces come together. At least this is what I've seen. This is what has been very hard for me, or was very hard for me. This is also the thing that my clients have all agreed is like the hard part. Okay, I understand what the signs are. I get what this planet means. I understand that this house is about this. But how do these things go together? And this is also what makes it really quite hard to instruct and to teach astrology. Most instruction I've found will talk to you about, we'll teach you all the signs, we'll teach you all the planets, we'll teach you all the houses. And those things all make sense. I haven't personally seen much around the topic of how you get those pieces to fit together. And if you're watching this and you know of a really great YouTube channel or resource where people talk about this, please let us know. Sharing a link in the comments won't work, but if you let us know of the YouTuber that we can look up, I am thrilled to share resources here. That's the gap that I've identified personally. And so I thought I would come on for a super quick video to tell you how I understand it and how I explain it to my clients. Because there's a certain beginning portion of my sessions where I do all the basic groundwork, important stuff of astrology. And one of them is sharing a couple of analogies that help explain how the pieces of astrology fit together. Today, I'm only going to share one because the other analogy isn't actually mine. I always tell my clients what astrologer I got that analogy from, but I don't want to share it publicly because it's not actually mine. I'm going to share mine, which, to the best of my knowledge, is mine. I did not get it from somebody. I have never heard anyone really talk about it in this way that I recall. It is entirely possible there are other people who talk about it this way, and because they came to it on their own as well. But this is something that I thought of, and I was like, oh, it makes sense. This was like the click moment in my head. When I thought of this, I was like, I get it. I understand. And it's really, like, it's one of those annoyingly simple things. And the thing with the learning astrology is, once you got this, once you have the thing that helps you understand how the pieces come together, that tends to be the biggest part of the learning curve. Like, you're going up, it's steep, and then that's that crest. And once you get that crest, the incline is much less steep. There's still lots of room to grow and learn, but it is not the same steepness, because this is the core part that all of the rest of astrology kind of rests upon. So if you look in your chart, I recommend you use whole sign house system charts. I did do a video about how you can generate yours. It's linked up above in the cards. It is in the playlist of Let's Talk About Astrology, so you can check that out there. If you've looked at your chart, you will have seen that you have, that you will have seen that there's glyphs for your planets, and they're always under the glyphs for a sign, and they're always in a specific section, or like a little pie piece. I'll insert a picture here of what my chart looks like, for example. Here's a chart. You've got the little glyphs in the sections of signs, and in different house sections as well. And that's the part that trips everyone. So I have Aries. My Sun and my Mercury are both in Aries in the 10th house. But what does all that mean come together? The analogy that popped in when it kind of clicked in my head was the planets, or like the things that are similarly like planets, the glyphs in the inner circle of the chart. The planets, those are the energy. That's the energy that we're talking about. The signs, which is the glyphs on the outer circle of this example chart that you can see on your screens. I can't see it right now, so if I'm pointing weird, you'll have to just go with me. The signs is how the energy manifests. It's how it comes out. And the houses are where it comes out, where the energy shows up. What the energy is, how the energy manifests, where the energy manifests. And that's really all there is to it. There's also aspects. Aspects are how other energies are influencing each other. So like, I have both my Sun and Mercury in Aries. The energies are kind of intermingled. My Sun is in Aries. My Moon is opposite in Libra. That's an aspect. That's an aspect in astrology. The energies are far away from each other. They're direct opposites. And then you also have transits, and transits are like the planets moving through the sky now and how they intermingle with the energy, right? So Mercury moving through the sky is bringing its energy to different parts of your chart and interacting with different energies already in your chart. And I really like this analogy too, because it frames it in such a way that really opens up the ability to be able to do some star magic, to look at how you can actually play with astrology, how you can actually work with it. I did also do a video, the first one of this series, where I talked about the star magic I do, the 3 main pillars of my astrology magic practice. It's up in that playlist again, so you can check that out too. I hope you will. It's all about energy, and it's all about how the energy is showing up And it's all about where the energy is showing up. And it's all about how other energies are interacting with that initial energy. So when someone has Mercury, Mercury is giving the energy of communication and thinking. Mercury in Aries is communicating and thinking in Aries ways. It's got the qualities of Aries, but it comes out with thinking and communication. In the 10th house, I'm using my Mercury as an example. The 10th house is the area of home, reputation. That's where it's coming out. So it's bringing the energy and it's coming out in that house. Mercury is the energy. Aries, in this example, Aries is how it's coming out. How are we perceiving this energy? How are we feeling this energy? How are we receiving this energy? And then the house, where are we receiving this energy? Where is it coming out? So I'll use a specific example from my chart. My Mercury is in my 10th house in Aries. Again, whole sign house system. Mercury is all about thinking and communication, as I've said. Aries is fast. It is fire. It is loud. It is active. It is extremely active. And that's really the key words you need for this example. And mine is in my 10th house. My 10th house, the 10th house is career, life's work, reputation, career, life's work, reputation. I don't know what my brain did there. It was weird. Anyways, a part of my work is to come here on YouTube and create content in which I speak loudly and fast. And I speak about my experiences because Aries is also very individualistic. I speak and communicate the energy in an Aries way in my job. Planet, sign, house. And that's it. That's how they come together. That's the foundation you need. That's the curve, that crest at the top of the hill. And once you get that in a way that makes sense for you, then you're right on track. Then you're right on track. So that's it. That was all I wanted to share with you all today. I would love your input and to know what type of things specifically you might like to hear me talk about in this series. Let's talk about astrology. So please leave a comment and let me know if there's a specific astrology thing you would like to hear me explain, teach, talk about, etc. I cannot promise I will talk about everything because I don't actively use everything in astrology in my practice at this point. But I'm happy to write it down, share if it is something that makes sense and that I feel confident to share. And I will always share more as I learn more as I grow, because astrology learning never really stops. It kind of goes for forever, right? So let me know if you have any requests. As I said in that description box, you can find the link to my website because I am a professional astrologer and also a tarot reader, but we're talking astrology here. I want to teach you how to look at your chart and how to understand it. I would be happy to work with you to build those foundations. It's there, yada, yada, yada. And there will be more astrology stuff a-coming. Another thing I offer is I do have a Patreon, and the Patreon is built very much around offering astrology written resources because I use astrology as the build, and then I use tools to explore the astrology. So there's newsletters for the full moon, for the new moon, for big transits going on. There's going to be resource documents coming. There's all sorts of things. But the thing is, it's PDF format, so you download them and you can do them in your own time. And each newsletter comes with the tarot spread and builds off of the last one. So it's not just like new moon, full moon. They connect. I connect them together. So it's more guided and they're connected to each other. So you can check that out. And also, the new thing in my description box, I have started a Facebook group for my community here. It is called Everyday Astrology with Varen. It is linked down in the description. This is just a Facebook group where we can all hang out and talk about astrology or tarot or journaling. We can ask questions, we can chat. I have some plans for that. That is in the very beginning baby steps. It is available to join, but we're getting it up off the ground as we speak. So there's that you can check out. And of course, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up to let me know if you liked the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. And there is the YouTube channel membership. You can click that join button and get more. Always more. I like more. Anywho, that is it. I'm going to let you go here. Please let me know if you have any questions. I will do my best to answer them. Comments, and I will talk to you all very soon. Thank you so much to my channel members who help me keep going here. I love you all. You have no idea. And I love all the rest of you too. And I'll see you soon. Lots of love. Bye.